What's up, everybody? So the other day, I posted that video where I went over the greatest manifestation method from Reddit, from the Law of Attraction Reddit subreddit, and it seemed like you guys liked that. So I was perusing the Neville Goddard Reddit, and I found this post. And it's by Fonz the Real. And it's got 686 upvotes at the time of recording this, and it was only posted 3 days ago. And it is called, "There is no more waiting. Your desire has been granted." And it's fire. Okay, so I'm gonna read it. Yeah. This is perhaps the biggest mental struggle I encountered when learning about conscious manifesting. How could I possibly believe that my desire has been fulfilled if I clearly do not see it? Do I have to be delusional until it appears in my physical reality? The answer is no. You don't have to fake it until you make it. The feeling of having your desire fulfilled is solely dependent on your inner self, not the physical manifestation of your desire. You see, we have been trained to believe that people, environment, and material objects are the things that give us feelings. We believe that once we have that person in our lives, we'll be happy and loved. Once we have that amount of money, then we'll feel secure and free. This is simply an illusion that you have created. You conditioned the feeling with the needing the physical manifestation. You created it by identifying with the physical world, the world of expression, the mirror. Man becomes what he feels, not what he says or he is or wants to be. By waiting for the physical manifestation, you are admitting that the feeling is dependent on the object. That cannot be. It goes against the law of nature. Stop denying your own desire that can be granted instantly. The true manifestation is a feeling, not an external thing. Once you accept that you are the inner man and not the outer man, whatever you decree to be inside, the outer must reflect. Your 3D physical manifestation has to inevitably manifest, and once it does, it is no longer a desire. It becomes a beautiful symbol of your creation. Like a beautiful canvas that you painted all by yourself and is now hanging on your wall as a reminder of what you are, an artist. Experience it now in your imagination. Do not wait. So there's about 65 comments on this, and some C. Pepino writes, "I absolutely love this post. It has really brought clarity to some of my interpretations of Neville's work, and particularly what I've currently been pondering. I journal and based off this post added these points. I hope it clarifies it to others." So he or she added, anything you desire and you don't ever want the anything you desire, you don't ever want the actual thing. You want the feeling of what you think the object, person, event would bring. Identify yourself with the feeling. You must feel your inner world as far more real than the outer. You must create your feelings and create your life, not react to the environment. The world is not happening to you, it is happening because of you, by you, and for you. Understand that the feeling is the root of desire. All we can ever do is feel, in here and now. Our sensory input may be different, but it's our feelings we create tied to those sensory inputs. Stay in control of that. All we ever truly desire is the feeling. So decide what the core feeling of your desire is and grant it to yourself now. You can feel anything in the now. Just grant yourself it. Visualization, scripting, goal setting, etc. are all just techniques to help you achieve the actual core feeling of your desire. But all that matters is the feeling. And when you activate it, you stay in it. Achieve Sabbath. Imprint it on your subconscious mind, and then the outer world will manifest it into the physical. But at that point, you truly won't care. You weren't waiting for it because you knew to your very being that it was true. And when you know to your very being it's true, the law has no choice but to adhere to this truth. So yeah. I mean, that rings true. I mean, if I think of all the manifestations that I've had and I look back on them and reflect on them, it was like that. When you, in hindsight is 2020, right? So when you look back on it, when I look back on my manifestations, on the things that I was wanting, but I had no idea how I was going to achieve them, or it was like, that was it. That always leading up to the achievement, kind of like I talked about in the other thing, the other Reddit post, it's like takes maybe a 2-month period or a couple months, or, maybe several weeks, whatever. But throughout that time, it was like I would be there sitting just in the happiness and the contentedness of already feeling it, of just living in my mind, kind of living in the mental movie. Or if I'm lucid dreaming, then it's like, okay, that you naturally are in that state. When you come out of the dream, when you wake up in the morning, you wake up with that state of feeling great because you've just imagined the types of things and situations that you want to be in. And it's really not doing it for the outcome. Like, that's the distinction. It's like, and then the other distinction is like, it is here because you manifested. That is the manifestation. The feeling is the actual manifestation. Imagine, thoughts are things, feelings are things. That is the manifestation. That just shows up later as a symbol of your achievement. Really cool. There was one other thing that I was just going to mention here. Now I can't seem to see where it is. Where is it? Oh, here. So just to refine it, this was another post. This post has 131 likes, but I feel like it's another way of saying what we just went over. So this one's posted by Tomorrow's Human Being 3 days ago. I don't imagine the wish fulfilled to get anything. I imagine the wish fulfilled to experience it as fulfilled already in this moment. It is real. Not hoping or thinking that maybe it'll be real if I do it enough. I examined every single success and every single failure of my desires, and there's one thing that unites them all. I either saw, felt, experienced their essence state as real right now in my imagination and effortlessly accepted this is me, success, aka I became aware of being, or I was imagining out of fear and lack, trying to get or manifest something in my 3D or my mirror, aka in my wonderful human imagination, I was aware of lack. And well, the law is perfect as it is impersonal. If I'm entertaining an imaginal act from a place of trying to get the 3D or get something to happen, well, I'm only aware of the fact that I don't have it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret. The imagination isn't a tool to get anything, and using it is futile and will lead to doom. It is the source. At first, it felt so difficult to switch mindsets that the 3D world is objective fact imposed on me, with my imagination being just a little secret space of mine, into my imagination is actually where the experience of everything is actually occurring, and that the material world is what I feel is real, slowed down, crystallized, and pushed out. This say, honestly, just the titles of Neville's books are truth enough. He lists The Power of Awareness, Awakened Imagination, and The Search. At Your Command, Feeling is the Secret, Your Faith is Your Fortune. It can be a harsh awakening depending on your specific journey and what world you have been building whilst asleep. But no, you are in good hands. Just keep at it. If you're struggling, you're experiencing a force pulling you within whilst you hold to the 3D as fact. It's simply not fact, but you cling to it. The falsehood cannot stand in a house of truth, so it will hurt when you try to do as the truth ruthlessly makes itself evident to you. Ask and it shall be given. Okay, pretty much it. And yeah, so I already kind of boiled it down. I think that's all that there is to say about it. But I really thought that, especially that original post, it's fire. It's just so on point, and it's really just getting it down to the nitty gritty. Anyways, guys, thank you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. And yeah,